Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. If you are new to the channel, I'm Charlotte and I've got two lovely Connemara ponies, Finley and Will. Today I'm going to be taking both the boys out for arena hire with show jumps in my new little horse van. This is the first time I've taken two horses in the box before, so it should be really interesting to see what it drives like with two in, because yeah, you feel the difference with just one pony in there. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and this will be our first time going to like a venue for 2022, because so far we've just been to the woods and just local. So I'm really excited, and I'm hoping that I can jump Will over a 90cm fence. This year's goal is to do a Royal International qualifier with him and make it round without falling off or getting eliminated. So I'm sure most people are thinking, oh, that's not a lot. But for Will, he's 14 hands. He is very chunky and well built. He jumps, but he puts in minimal effort. So it's quite hard to ride him. You have to have his canter really springy and bouncy, otherwise he just won't bother and he'll just demolish. So hopefully I can jump a few jumps of 90cm. But we will see. This is his first time going to like a show venue in 2022. And Will sort of freezes when he goes to like a competition venue. So we'll see. But hoping to take both of the boys, do some schooling and get some sort of progressive riding out of it. I'd like to feel like at the end, like I'm buzzing and just feel a bit more confident. So I'm going to get the boys ready, get the box loaded up and get ready to go. Now at the yard. Finley is all ready and dressed, aren't you? Yes, I am. He's very relaxed, even though he's pooped a lot because he's seen the little horse van turn up, so he's been pooping a lot, haven't you? But we're ready to go jumping. What do you think? Grumpy? He's been quite lazy in the school lately, but really quick on hacks. So this is going to be interesting to see whether this wakes him up or whether he's just like, meh. I think it's just because he's 14 this year. He's been in the school quite a lot through the winter, whether he's just got a bit bleh. William? No. He's in his Thermotex and bandages, all clean and ready to go. Well, cleanish, aren't you? I am looking forward to riding you today. Yes. Good boy. And Finny and his is a Premier Equine Thermotex, but it's the same sort of thing. Will's one just feels more woolly. Oh, you're bored already? Well, it best be time to load them. I'm going to put Will on first and Finley on second, as I'm going to ride Finley first when I get there. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Body round. Good boy. That was pretty straightforward. Good boy. But Will is really good. There's nothing really he's funny about. Good boy. Right. Now for the second one, who can be a bit more. There we go. Pony 2, even though he doesn't want to put his head in yet. He was a bit more difficult because obviously you have to like hook him up and then push him over, and there's no side, but we got there. Good boy. Both the boys in the van. So it's about a 10 to 15 minute drive, so not too far. And hopefully they'll be good. I've only put one net in because it's such a short journey, and only one horse will sort of be stood alone on the box whilst the other one's at work, so they can sort of share it. But Finley won't eat when he's loading anyway, and will stuff his face, as you can see. Got to the venue and it is lovely and sunny. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it is indoor, but it's lovely to actually ride and it not be too cold and not be horrible. So yeah, we're going to go see if the person before is finishing up and have a look at the jumps, because I'm sure they'll need adjusting, and then just do some warm-up fences and just practice some course jump. He's been very silly, very lucky, like he's never been in this arena before, like he's never seen jumps before. So I'm just going to keep riding him around, keeping it relaxed, and then I'm just going to start cantering over some jumps like they're nothing, and try and not acknowledge he's silly, because if I think, oh, he's been spooky and silly, he'll think, Oh, she's scared. Just get him listening off the leg. He's not looking like Finley. I mean, I'm actually going to have a look. But it's really just getting him listening. With him, considering this is the first time he has actually been like to a venue, 2022, and jumping with wooden poles is obviously a lot different to jumping with plastic poles. I feel like they're bigger, even though they're not. I just worry a bit more about him like knocking them and hurting himself. They just seem a lot more solid. But we have done what we wanted to do and jumped a 90 fence here, which is the Mosswood show jump fence, just here. And he does it with ease. I mean, he's jumped a couple of fences absolutely huge tonight. With him, it's all about establishing the rhythm. So as soon as we have the canter bouncy and together, everything works. As soon as I let him loose a little bit, then we jump flat and knock it. So it's a case of holding the spring long enough into the fence and releasing it at the right time. Just imagine like holding a coiled spring in your finger and then letting it go. And if you let it go too early, you're gonna like just flop over the fence and he's gonna go flat. If you hold the spring long enough and release it at last minute, then you get a much nicer shape over the fence. And the shape he makes over at the fence, he really makes a beautiful shape. As Finley jumps the height, but he never has such a pretty shape over the fence. He always sort of leaves his front legs behind, but I'm absolutely thrilled with him. There's 12 fences here and he's jumped all of them and he's just been fantastic. So I'm just driving home and the horses are really sweaty. Well, Finley is, not Will. So I've actually got the fan working in the back. So there's like a remote with a button on it that I can click and open the roof fan. So it like slides like one of those caravan roofs. And then you can have like aircon on. You can have air in, air out, and you can adjust the temperature. So like make the fan more or less basically. So they've got like their own little aircon, hopefully sort of de-steaming. As you can see on the camera, it's super steamy in there at the minute. So it's just de-steaming them and sort of cooling them off. Because especially in the summer, it can get really, really hot in there, especially if they're sweaty and things anyway. So I'm hoping that will just keep them a little bit cooler and a little bit more comfortable for their drive home. Inside of the trailer with the lights on. It's super, super bright, so perfect for like unloading. Blue light for travelling, so it's like a disco inside. I've had a really, really good time jump schooling and I'm really, really proud of Will. Finley was a little bit silly, but he's always silly. He's always been like that and he's not gonna grow out of it. It's just something I have to deal with. So I'm hoping to take Finley out and do this more, hoping that he won't be as silly. Like at home, he still looks at things, but he's not as bad because obviously he does them more. So yeah, I'm thrilled with Will though, because he's just acted so grown up. I mean, he is a grown up, but he's had like a year out because of COVID and that. And yeah, I can't wait to get out to some competitions. Thank you for watching this week's vlog. Please feel free to like, comment and subscribe and keep an eye out for our weekly vlogs every Monday. Bye!